Basketball. I like basketball. These guys like basketball. These guys are here again. We're gonna talk basketball hoops against the spread hoops.
I
Wahoo!
waited an extra day for this.
Yes, wahoo! We tried yesterday. It didn't work. Now we're here again because these guys are here now. And yesterday they weren't, but that's okay.
I was at
Yeah,
home yesterday.
That
you
is
can put
fine.
that on me. I accidentally scheduled their flights out to Hong Kong a couple days early. Now they're back.
Yes, they had to go watch Chinese basketball because they had to learn how to talk hoops because both of them decided to do shenanigans last episode instead of talking. But anyway, but
Who?
It will happen again.
Who was both of them?
you
All right,
two,
looks like I'm sending them out
Me and
of
you,
not
but
Oh,
you two. Okay, but anyway, since we didn't talk yesterday, we're gonna talk the two games that happened yesterday, along with the crazy double overtime game of our friend over here and the flag in my back here. So
send them out.
first off, yesterday Arizona beat Connecticut. Arizona has the best resume in college basketball right now. They have a win over Florida, a win over at UConn. In basically, I don't think anything's better than that at the moment. They're and they look really 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 good.
Yes.
I
Now it
could
comes
say
with
really a couple more times. Oh, they also have one against UCLA, by the way.
that too. It comes with a caveat though, because UConn was without Braylon Mullins and Terrace Reed in that game. So I kind of have to put a small asterisk on it, a little bit, just because UConn wasn't full strength, but they still won in stores. Still,
Yeah, exactly. And then later they have Auburn next month, and then a week after Auburn they play Alabama.
Tommy
And
Lloyd ain't afraid to smoke. I'll tell him that.
nope, Arizona is dangerous, and the entire Big 12 is dangerous, and the Big 12 basketball is going to tear itself apart. It's
Emmanuel,
going to do what the SEC
Emmanuel.
did last year. The SEC tore itself apart. Wake Forest is currently beating Texas Tech. Hello.
Oh, that'll make Michigan's win over them even better if that happens.
It is 73-72 with 2.5 minutes left in the game.
Oh boy.
I will keep an eye on that for the rest of this. Anyway, also yesterday, Bama and Illinois played in Chicago. Bama ended up with a 4-point win. Pretty good win for Alabama.
let's
Pretty good bounce back. Pretty good
go.
bounce back after losing to Purdue. Phylon Jr. at 24. Stojakovic continues to go crazy. He's got 26 in that game. Bama's defense still suspect, but their offense was good enough that they won by 4. That's basically what happened in that game. And then the crazy game was Troy men's basketball. Troy men's basketball went
Women basketball.
went to San Diego, played number 26 San Diego State, number 29 in the Kimpom, and got their highest win in program history, their highest ranked win in program history, in a 108-107 double overtime win.
Ranking in terms of Kempom or net rating, whatever it may be. The
Kimpom.
Aztecs, I don't think the Aztecs were like ranked, but still impressive win regardless.
It was the highest Kimpom ranked win in program history, and as San Diego State was number 29. By the way, this win came after a 9-point loss to CSU Northridge 2 days earlier.
College basketball, man. That's all
And
we can say.
Dothan native Thomas Dowd scored 25 points and grabbed 19 rebounds, which was one away from tying the record, Troy's program record.
Wow. Who holds that
Absolute
record?
phenom Dowd is. Dowd has been a phenom since he stepped foot on campus of Troy University. Dude is a stud.
Right now, Troy's in the battle of the Trojan War over in LA, with USC being favored by 11.5. And the current score is 20-20 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left until halftime.
A little bit of alarms for USC in that case because USC should be much better than what they were last year.
Baker Mazar's got 7. Rodney Rice has 10, but he's shooting 4 for 11 right now.
That's rough.
Troy's defense is legit. It's been one of the most legit things about Scott Cross's team. But
Do you feel any confidence at all in your guys' ability to return to the tournament later on?
after that gutsy win against San Diego State, where we had a huge lead, then we blew it, and then we got a big lead again, and then we blew it, and then we ended up winning anyway. That game just shows how good this team can be if they fully play to their ability. Because we technically, I don't think we were supposed to be that good this year. But now, after watching that, who knows?
Hey, look, it's a promising start to the season. Of course, it always gets a little crazy once you get into conference play. I'm not too sure who the most, I would say, hyped up or the best regarded team in the Sun Belt is in preseason. I didn't go that far in terms of my research, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was your guys.
Oh, preseason rankings. I think they had.
I think it was Arkansas State.
I gotta go look at them again.
Interesting.
I'll look it up for you right now. Main
It
point
was
of
Yeah,
either
this
Arkansas State or those filthy Dukes from Virginia, but
main point of this episode. Next week is feast week, Thanksgiving, and no
hoops giving.
hoopsgiving, and no, I don't mean feast week in terms of food. Even though we are all gonna eat food, a lot of it. I probably will have like 3 plates, but in terms of basketball, feast week.
I did Thanksgiving Day
You Thanksgiving? Why?
because everyone else is going somewhere else on Thanksgiving except for me. So we all did Thanksgiving today.
Oh, interesting. But feast week, it's all the tournaments, every tournament, all the fun. And the main tournament that we are here to talk about is the one in Vegas.
nope.
Players Era
Welcome,
Festival.
Players Era Festival in Las Vegas.
Well, as they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but
What did he say?
I would say that's not necessarily the truth when it comes to what will happen next week because, well, what happens there for teams that do succeed, it'll show up big time in terms of their resumes and in terms of how they get seeded later on. I think the Players Era Festival will be crucial to many teams and what kind of positioning they get in March Madness or even just making the tournament.
Um, I suppose this year the teams that are in Players Era, it's stupid. Like
Zarge's diarrhea before.
I actually, all 4 of our teams are in Players Era. We got Bama over there who is deciding to stand up in his chair again before I'm going to kick you in the nuts. Timmy, I'll do the same thing to you. I don't care how far away you are. I'll figure it out. But all 4 of our teams are in a
Save it for
players era tournament. Bama over here in top on the corner. Auburn for myself. Tennessee's also in the players era tournament, and then Michigan is also in it. This tournament is stupid. It's insane the amount of ranked teams that are in it, the amount of really good teams that are in it. But that's what happens in NIL because NIL era during the NIL era, the players era, the teams that go there, whoever wins gets money for their NIL funding. That's the whole point of it. And I'm pretty sure last year Oregon won, and Oregon didn't really need it, but they got it anyway.
no Texas team needs it.
Yeah. And I used to go to a real South school in the South.
But so the games on Auburn's side of the bracket, it's Auburn, Oregon, Michigan, San Diego State, and then they flip flop. Those two games should be on Monday, and then they flip and play the other team on Tuesday. So Auburn will play Michigan, Oregon will play San Diego State. Alabama plays Gonzaga on Monday, and then UNLV on Tuesday. Tennessee plays Houston. That one's a Tuesday game. I don't know who Tennessee plays on Monday. I forgot who the other team is. Who do y'all play Monday?
We don't play Monday.
You should play Monday. Why don't you play Monday?
We play Rutgers after Houston.
Oh, you play on Wednesday. Okay, so that their side of the bracket plays Wednesday. So, but then the Players Era Tournament
Rocky Slop.
the Players Era Tournament Championship, and the other two rounds are on Thursday and Friday. It's on Thanksgiving and Friday. There's a possibility that we could have a Players Era Tournament Championship of Auburn and Alabama on Friday, and then have the Iron Bowl the next day.
That would be sick. Please let that happen.
There is a very big possibility of that if both teams play up to their potential of what they could have it. You could have a Players Era Tournament Championship game on Friday between Auburn and Bama, and then the Iron Bowl on Saturday, the day after. Do you know how insane that would be? I
That
think
would be peak.
I think the state would explode.
Because Friday we could watch that depending on what time it is, and then the next day we'd see the Iron Bowl in person.
The state would explode. I'm pretty sure
It really
it would
would.
just implode. Because we do not like each other. I'm still in the process of trying to find the Sunbelt standings, and I literally can't because Sunbelt posts so much stuff.
I want to say Arkansas State was number one in preseason.
Because I need to find this first so that I can actually go look up the players era stuff so that we can talk about teams. But this thing is being dumb because Sunbelt's posted a billion things. Who kicked him? Or no, he just turned his camera off. I thought you died.
Nah, I'm looking at something real quick. Hold on.
What is your soundboard, sir?
That was a crying goblin from Clash Royale.
Of course it was. Why wouldn't it be? Holy crap! When did they post the preseason stuff? I'm in October. Where?
Okay, I got it pulled up right here.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking on like their Twitter. I cannot find it. Troy Bowbound. Whoa.
Number one, James Madison. Number
Why?
two, Arkansas State. I don't know. Number three, that team from Mobile. Number
They're
four,
6-0 right now.
Troy. Yeah, they're insane. Five was ODU, six Marshall, seven was App State, eight was Texas State,
Okay, I don't know
nine
how.
was Louisiana,
Whatever. I don't
10
know
was
how
Georgia
JMU. I don't know how
Southern,
JMU's first, but it's fine.
11 Georgia State, 12 Southern Miss, 13 was Coastal, and then 14 was ULM.
Mm,
Why are the Dukies number one in the preseason poll?
I don't know.
Just more for their crappy fan base to chirp about. It's so annoying. I can't stand JMU fans.
No, JMU fans are annoying as all get up. I hate them. They're stupid.
They were so whiny when they joined FBS. It was like, we can't compete in your ball game. And then they got one and lost anyway.
You're not wrong.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, boys. I hear bowl talk on a basketball podcast. I got to make these boys run 6,732 suicides now, don't I?
No,
Oh,
okay,
we're
we were
just
talking.
janking on JMU.
James Madison is the Sunbelt favorite. We found it.
We're number four.
USC only has a 1 point lead at halftime over Troy.
Well,
Holy
look, when it
crap.
comes to these kind of games, it's interesting because the first half is like both teams just feel each other out basically, especially if they're meeting for the first time. That tends to happen in many cases. Second half is where you really pay attention to how the rest of the game goes. For these top teams that are hosting these underdogs, so to say, second half they usually get it together. So I'm keeping my eye on USC and how they adjust here. But so far, solid outing by Troy.
Troy's got a just tenacious team. It's just that's the word that I can use for that.
Well, look, you know what also helps? It's the fact that you correct me if I'm wrong. I may have the mention here and there, but you guys made the tournament last year, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
Okay, so there you go. You were there. You got to experience what that's like. So you got that hunger and drive to get back there. And so this team may have an extra edge to it just because of that.
I think it helps that we got the short end of the stick and played Kentucky, and also just got
And we
that
did.
double
Yes, we
overtime
won.
win over San Diego State.
All right, I got
So I feel like the momentum off of that game against San Diego State is carried over, and Troy has a chance if they just play smart,
I
play
got the
good
schedule.
basketball.
Players era
All
tournament.
right.
You can see the light
Sorry.
from my phone making me even more white.
Now you just
Whoa.
bro looking like a
Bragger.
ghost with phasmophobia.
I fixed it. Phasmo, I love that game. That game's great. Anyway, no, not that. All right, tournament for the Players Era schedule. Let's see. Monday, the very first game of the Players Era tournament is Tennessee versus Rutgers.
Rocky Slop.
Two teams. Let's talk about these two teams since it's the first game. Rutgers is 4-0. Tennessee also 4-0.
We've played real teams.
Sure.
Rocky Slop.
Tennessee's got a really good freshman in Nate Ahmet. I gotta look at Rutgers' schedule. But go ahead and talk if you've got something on either of them. I don't care.
I mean, Rutgers really, Rutgers really doesn't have anyone that stands out. I mean, if they could have had Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey this year, and they were at this record, I mean, this will be a pretty interesting game. The problem is Rutgers. I mean, they don't have like real star power. There's a reason why they're regarded as one of the worst Big Ten teams going into this season. The expectations are basically near the floor for them.
Yeah, they didn't really get people. Tennessee's got an 86.4% chance to win. Nate Ahmet averaging 19.8 a game, but then Rutgers' Dylan Grant is averaging 19.3 a game.
Rutgers is going to run into a brick wall, and
Yeah.
Tennessee has a star power. They have an experienced coach, Rick Barnes. You can say anything you want about him, but the dude knows ball. He understands, especially how to deploy a very good defense. Tennessee has always had a great defense with Rick Barnes at the helm. So it is going to be a whole nother level that Rutgers is going to have to play at if they are to somehow win this game.
Timmy, you said you played real teams. I'm currently looking at your schedule. I don't see a team that is any better than what Rutgers has played.
I thought we were bashing on Houston.
No. You have played Mercer and Northern Kentucky and North Florida and Rice and Tennessee State. And
Rocky Slop.
Congrats on the warm-up. Honestly, Rutgers is not going to be that big of a challenge. Like, they're going to be Tennessee's toughest opponent up to date, which doesn't say much, unfortunately. But
Nope.
I still think Tennessee will win convincingly.
Second matchup of Players Era, Baylor and Creighton.
Oh, boy.
That'll be an interesting one.
Baylor is heading this matchup 3-0. They got a win over Rio Grande, win over Washington, and a win over Tarleton State. So this will be Baylor's honestly biggest matchup. Of course, Creighton's got that one game against Gonzaga where they got smoked. But
Yeah,
Baylor is one of those teams. It's the Big 12. You don't want to doubt the Big 12. Baylor's one of those sneaky teams in the Big 12 this year. Especially with
It's so crazy,
Cameron Carr.
and it's so
I'm
crazy.
looking at this right now. Cameron Carr, their guard, is averaging 23.7 a game while shooting
He's going
60
nuts.
while shooting 68%.
It's nuts.
Yes, Kendrick Carr. I'm very familiar with him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Tennessee player. I can see that. Uh,
He
Tennessee
never played.
transfer.
What's crazy is the fact that we regard Baylor as a sneaky team. What's not sneaky about him is their coach, Scott Drew. Even with all the many shortcomings in his career, he is a national champion winning coach, and he has produced multiple draft picks. And so, even with a full on reset in terms of their roster, in terms of what they had last year, they returned nobody. This is a completely new team. It'd be just as good as like looking at a completely different university or program. But with Scott Drew at the helm, he's making things work.
I mean, that is true. But Baylor, Creighton's different story. Baylor and Creighton, this would be a pretty good game, honestly. It's a good second game considering Tennessee will probably mop forward with Rutgers. I would say
Who played last year? Baylor? Yeah, they suck.
Texas Tech ended up winning by 4. Troy and USC were actually tied at 29 at halftime. Third game of Players Era, Kansas and Notre Dame. I don't know how Notre Dame got invited to this.
What
They're
the hell
tied.
is a polar
They're
bear
tied
doing
for money.
in Arlington, Texas, as they say? But honestly, Notre Dame's got a lot of young star power on their team. They just have to figure things out. They almost beat Ohio State in Columbus. Almost.
That's not bad. Pretty good.
We beat Ohio
After
State and Columbus.
after that Kansas and Notre Dame game is when it really starts to heat up. You have St. John's and Iowa State following Kansas and Notre Dame. St. John's and ISU. St. John's, of course, we know about them. We know about Pitino. Iowa State, another Big 12 team that can make a run in their conference. A little quiet to start the year, but they're still ranked. Both these teams are ranked.
Well, there's clearly some respect still to, the name and the talent that those teams have. And still early on in the season, all of these polls come out, right? And we can only take it for a grain of salt, just simply because of the fact that they're still trying to find their way, and we don't know what their best performance is like. So
Well,
it's
ISU beat
still,
Mississippi State by 16.
Another team that's not good.
I mean, eh, Iowa State started the season at 16, number 16 in the country, and they haven't moved. That's what's
I
interesting
mean,
about that too.
still a respectable team. Otzelberger, great coach, and they returned majority of their production from last season. So there's a reason why they're still highly regarded.
That's true. Another good game. Next game after that one, Houston, Syracuse. Houston probably just walks through that one, but
Which one
yeah,
did you bring up?
Houston,
Houston, Auburn, you said?
Houston, Cuse.
Oh, Houston, Syracuse. Oh, yeah, dude. I'll be interested in to see what Carmelo Anthony's son does, Kean. I'll be
Oh, that
interested to
is
see
true.
how he plays. But yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Houston should win comfortably.
After Houston, Syracuse, Auburn, and Oregon.
Go Ducks. I'm just kidding. Auburn's going to win,
I'm like,
and it's not going to be pretty.
I
I
am
think Auburn's got this one too.
I'm liking Stephen Pearl more and more the more I hear him do his interviews. After we beat the
Well,
snot out of Jackson State, he goes into his interview, and the first thing he says is, "We only out rebounded this team by 2. They're the worst rebounding team in the country. We got to do better than that." Even though we beat them by like 40 something.
well,
Immediately pointed something out that was like, we got to work on that. We got to get better. We got to do this better. We got to like that was just an immediate thing. Like the more and more he does his interviews, the more I'm like, okay, yeah, we're fine. We're gonna be good.
Yeah, I have no concern. I mean, Bruce Pearl was excellent, and he did very well. But I think also you will see now how well he has taught and prepared Steven, for this position, for this moment. Um, I don't think Auburn's going to go anywhere. I mean,
No.
you may struggle here and there sometimes just because Steven still needs to develop his identity as a coach, so to say. But I think for the most part, in terms of how the SEC landscape is, I think you guys are in good hands. And hey, Bruce Pearl is still around. He's not necessarily like in a Nick Saban type of role, but he's still around.
He's still
He's not
there.
completely out of it.
Another interesting game following that Auburn game. Bama gets to play, except it's against Gonzaga. Gonzaga, super high-powered offense. This game's gonna be like 100 to 105 type of game. It's gonna be stupid.
That's the expectation, right? Sometimes it goes south. Sometimes it's one of those things where you have the bounce of the ball just not go for either team. But I expect points still.
Gonzaga has allowed an average of 57.8 points per game
Impressive. It's
while
impressive.
playing Oklahoma, Arizona State, and Creighton. By the way,
Yeah. Oklahoma, I still have questions about. Creighton, I still like them even after that blowout L that they took.
83
I
to
think
68 win over OU, 90 to 63 over Creighton, 77 to 65 over Arizona State.
that was in Tempe as well.
Yep.
Arizona State, I don't know what to make of them, but still to win on the road like that, early in the season as well, by the way, I think that still says something. So
Yeah, so Zags Alabama will be an interesting game. I will say that. It's gonna be a crazy, crazy score.
very, very.
And then to close out the night, the two games will be Michigan, San Diego State, and Maryland and UNLV.
Mm. Yeah. So with Michigan, they just came off a 20 plus point win against Middle Tennessee yesterday, where Yaxel Lendeboard had a double double. He had like 25 points, I believe, and 12 rebounds. So by far his best performance in a Michigan uniform so far, which is a good sign heading into next week because first of all, San Diego State is kind of reeling after losing to your guys. But also this is an opportunity for the team to simply put a stamp on their resume because right now what do we have right now? The overtime win over Wake Forest. I mean that could become something if Wake Forest actually beat Texas Tech. If
They did
what's the
not.
update on that, by the way?
They did
All
not.
that
It was
stuff.
4 point win for Tech.
Where was the game though?
Uh, Tournament game.
Oh, so neutral site. I mean that's still impressive. Wake Forest only lost to Michigan by a point, lost to Texas Tech by 4 points. Wake Forest, I think, is going to be a tournament team. So I'm not going to call any game a bad performance when Wake Forest almost beats a team. But in this case, I still think Michigan needs that kind of resume defining win. I don't know if it'll be San Diego State just because of the loss to Troy. I don't know how much that'll affect them. But after that, no matter what, we get a Sweet 16 rematch, don't we?
That's on Tuesday, which are the games I'm going to talk about now. Tuesday, Rutgers and Notre Dame kick it off, and then Iowa State and Creighton, and then Kansas and Syracuse. And in the middle, this is where it really heats up, is in the middle area. You have St. John's and Baylor, Houston, Tennessee, and Michigan and Auburn.
Yep. You know I'm excited about that Michigan Auburn game, man.
No, it's
You
gonna
know
be,
you know me.
it'll be fun.
That'll for sure. It's a
After
completely
watching,
different looking Michigan team.
oh yeah,
Yeah, go.
after watching how we looked against Houston on Sunday, I'm no longer as scared for the big games that we have left. Because
Yeah,
honestly,
I
I
mean,
thought we would get smacked, and then we did.
yeah,
So,
and yeah, for sure. Don't be scared at all. I think that when it comes to your team, you may end up losing a few more tight games than he did last season, but that's fine. That shouldn't be something that completely destroys the team. So, and they look good. Offense looks really good. I'm just, question of course is still about, your defense. So we'll see.
Simon Walker, freshman, 4-star, Huntsville, Alabama, came back from injury last night and went 5 for 5 from three. That's all I got to say.
That's deadly.
And in his post-game interview, they asked him, "What were your thoughts? Like you went out there, first game of the season, and the only thing he said was shoot or shoot, and that was it."
Well,
So here we go. We're about to have a legend on our hands.
Well, he built up his identity. Simple as that. And that's where you build it up. You want to be that for your team. Okay,
I do
develop it.
like the fact that we don't play until Monday because that gives the chance for Keyshawn Hall to get better. And Keyshawn Hall is our current leading scorer, and he didn't play him yesterday on Wednesday.
Yeah, when you get him back, that'll be very key. Is he projected to be back for the?
Yeah, I don't think it's a major injury. So, but I'm pretty sure they're resting him until the tournament. But we also we do have Keyshawn Murphy back because he came back for that Houston game and was like really having him back in the paint and be a paint presence is good, especially against Tuggle.
I have a question for you in regards to him actually. So you got to experience two years of Janai Broom anchoring
Like
your front court. Yeah, 3 years. How similar is Keyshawn Murphy to Janai Broom?
He's bigger than Broom is, but he plays.
Oh wow.
He plays almost bully ball, almost the exact same bully ball he does.
Okay, that's important, especially for
he
when
was on.
you go up. Oh God.
He was on Mississippi State last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he plays bully ball down low. He can shoot a couple threes.
What are you doing?
He's dancing. He's doing what he wants. And shoot a couple threes. He's a good facilitator. He gets the rebounds.
Well, look, that's solid, especially if he serves the same role as Janai Broom, but in a bigger body, so to say. That could make a world's difference for you, especially when you get into conference play later on next year, technically speaking. But
Here it is. Okay.
but
6'10",
it'll be
230.
interesting. Yeah, that's a big body. I am very curious to see how he fares against the Michigan big men, Adai Mara, Morris Johnson, and maybe even Lendeborg if Michigan goes small ball at any point. I'm not sure what Dusty May's plan would be for that game.
He had 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists against Houston. 19 against Jackson State last night. 17 against Bethune-Cookman in the first game.
It's an important time for all teams to just figure out who does what. I think clearly Keyshawn Murphy has established himself as basically the Janai Broom of this season for you.
He should.
Now it's just about figuring out what to do to get to Hot Pettiford in better positions to play the kind of basketball that he was playing last season. Because I saw recently, he's scoring a bit, yeah, but his shooting percentage is woeful.
That's true.
To start the season.
Well, that's it. That's the 2 brackets. Is those, and then they will take the wins and base them off, and then they'll play the tournament into Wednesday and Thursday. And the winners of the winners bracket side will play on Wednesday, and then the championship will also be Wednesday. And that players era, and whoever wins gets money for their NIL. And of course, Oregon is back in the players era after winning it last year.
Yep, the defending champions.
And they beat Alabama in that game, by the way.
That is impressive.
Because Alabama's back to split. That didn't work. You ain't gonna say anything. You gonna say something? Bama's basketball team stinks. You smell. You're bad.
I know.
Dang,
But
bro.
we have one of the best women's wheelchair basketball teams of all
Okay.
time. It's true. A, 5 national championships in a row for the women's wheelchair basketball.
I'm about. I.
Oh, right.
We're the most
I had.
crippled basketball team in existence.
I had a thought. I had a thought. I don't know how this thought gonna work, but I had a thought. When did they give dishwashers wheels?
Oh my god.
Looks, looks like second half is underway in SoCal.
You just ignore what
USC
I
is
said.
up by 5.
That was gold.
I know.
Anyway, this is what I know about Bama. We have good offense, but our defense is absolutely atrocious. I watched it with my own 2 eyes against Purdue.
Oh, that's every year. If
And
the
this
offense
intention this
is out.
intentional foul business is why we lost by 9 points.
Well, you lost by 7, I think. It was 87-80.
Was it 7? I couldn't remember if 7
It
or
was like
9.
six
Was it
or seven.
6 or 7? Which one was it?
Oh, buddy.
Oh my god.
He tried that bait. We're not falling for that. Go ahead, try it at the local Troy women's game next time.
What are you gonna say?
I don't even know what's playing right now.
Anyway, Troy women's basketball beat the crap out of Missouri today. There was that.
It's very,
Strogogen, baby.
So Troy basketball
very
hooping.
cool.
They hooping.
I just stumbled upon a game that's going on right now. Kansas State is currently up by 18 points on Mississippi State.
Okay, state might stink.
Maybe. Just maybe.
A few moments later.
I got.
Those are
I
some.
mean,
Jimmy,
that
what
was
are
that
you
was.
doing?
I mean, I don't know, man. Players Era is gonna be really fun. They also got all the Bahamas games. They got Maui, NC State's in Maui. Uh, that's probably the only like premier team in Maui. I think Seton Hall is also in Maui, so it could be a little bit interesting. But NC State probably wins that one.
Texas is in that too, by the way.
Oh, okay. So that Texas will be their biggest challenge then, because
It'll probably be Texas NC State for the
Chicken
Maui final.
jockey.
that's
The
gay.
thing I hate about Players Era is it killed all the smaller.
Chicken jockey.
It killed all the smaller Priest Week matchups. Like Bahamar will never be the same, and probably not Maui too.
It is
You're not
true,
wrong.
but
Oh
we
yeah.
get crazy teams in early season and basically previews of what March can end up being. So
I was gonna say we still get crazy matchups. So I mean, I remember the like little smaller tournaments they'd have in the middle of the season. That's about all I have very teensy, itsy bitsy knowledge about college basketball.
Auburn won Maui last
Defending
year.
our
So
champs.
All I'm saying is put Alabama's women's wheelchair basketball team in the NCAA tournament, and they're dog walking half of these other teams.
okay, buddy.
Well, I just want us to win the first round and Xavier to lose in the first round, so we can break the record for most tournament wins without a Final Four.
Rocky
Why,
slop.
why would you want that record though? Why would you
Because
want
How many Final Fours
negative?
does Tennessee have?
As many
Just
matches
as
on
many
paper as
natties
well.
as Oregon
Stinky.
has.
you know what's crazy is Josh is a Bama fan and he wasn't allowed to talk about that until 2 years ago.
Well,
Is
Two.
that copium I hear?
I'm gonna coat these nuts in your ears. How about that?
My attacks have
Calm
no
down.
effect on you.
Calm down.
Who decided that?
All right. It's okay
Oh,
though. At least my team's advanced in the tournament.
Hey, you know what? At least your teams make the tournament, a-hole.
Ha!
Also, the
Rocky flop.
volleyball.
Capitalize the L in Vols because that's all they take. Yeah,
Remember last year when we beat you in everything?
Okay.
like
Nope.
on and off. It's
Oops.
crazy.
Wahoo. That was it. That's all I get. It's gone. Where'd it go? I want it back. Yeah. Anyway.
Why not? Play
Oh,
it again.
no.
Play.
No. 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 Oh no. Okay, episode 4 is done. I'm kicking this
Basketball.
guy. Bye.